Welcome to this Windows and Computer channel, and this is the Tech News Update. We are Tuesday, November the 20th, 2018. And today, in our Tech News, we have more news about the Tumblr app. We had mentioned yesterday that it had disappeared from the Apple App Store, and nobody knew why. Well, Apple decided to let us know the reason behind it. They said that Tumblr has been used for child pornography. And because of that, they removed the app because it just doesn't follow the guidelines. And so we now know what's happening. It is true that if you go through Tumblr and start searching stuff, there's a lot of things in there that are sometimes of a weird nature. And I think that, maybe Tumblr needs to clean up some of its stuff. Instagram is now joining Twitter in removing bots, fake accounts, fake likes, and so basically if you were a victim of likes that were basically fake, you might see that the count goes down now because they are working on removing all of this from their system. Well, the PlayStation 5, we might have a little bit of details into that next generation console that Sony is probably going to release next week. And the first one is that, first of all, it might be using an 8-core AMD Ryzen CPU and will be capable of 4K video at 60 frames per second. So that's kind of interesting. And of course, we don't have that much more details for now, but it would be priced around $500 according to what leaked information we have. Well, third-party groups are saying that all the data from self-driving cars, be it from Google, from Waymo, from Uber, from whoever has all of this data, needs to be kind of open source shared information that will be given out to third-party companies that want it, and basically so they can actually have all sorts of apps related to traffic jams and so on. And that basically what they say is that the companies behind all these self-driving cars, they can't keep all of that to themselves. They have to share it. Well, more and more talk about the famous European Union regulations about copyright, especially at Regulation 13. And basically, YouTube is now making a really big offensive against the new EU rules because it now has a little pop-up that will show up, especially in the European Union, if you're on YouTube. And it's going to say, hey, there's something bad maybe that could happen. There's unintentional consequences to the regulations that are going to be enforced or maybe passed on January 29th. And that you need to know about because it might actually be a big deal for YouTubers and creators. Well, the cryptocurrency, what's happening with the Bitcoin and all other cryptocurrencies like the Ethereum? Well, it seems that they're steadily falling in value for the past couple of months. They're below the Bitcoin especially is below 5,000 for the first time in a long time. And there's no end in sight as to how low it's going to go. So it seems to be the opposite of what happened last year. Last year in December, it had reached almost $20,000, which was pretty crazy. Now, maybe that is going to make people wanting to do cryptocurrency mining change their minds. So how fast is your ISP if you live in the United States? Is it as fast as promised, as advertised? Well, there is a couple of groups that asked the FCC if the information they had about the speeds advertised and the reality was, pretty much the same. And AgitPie decided, well, we got nothing to say about that, which pretty much says no. I mean, there's a lot of difference in many, many aspects into the speed advertised and the speed you actually get. A report says that Europe and North America lags behind Asia when it comes to artificial intelligence and robotics, and in the workplace and everywhere. And they say that basically it's very important to actually up the investments if you want to compete in the future with all the Asian markets. Well, a security firm, Kaspersky, looks into the access of employees to enterprise data. And the security firm says that 85% of businesses do give access to the network from outside to their employees, and that it's creating a major security risk for the business. And that basically you can't really, give access as easily as that. You got to really be careful in the way that it works. A new type of Russian hacking tool, really difficult to detect, apparently, and it's actually propagating quite a lot around the world right now. And the worst part of it is not only is it almost impossible to detect, is that it can actually send emails from your own computer to the bad guys without you even knowing about it. Of course, this is in a series of, ever more powerful and difficult to detect malware, and that, I guess, is our future. Got to be careful out there. So many phones today say that they are IP68 compliant, meaning water and dust resistant. They say up to 1.5 meters, up to 30 minutes. They do say fresh water. And of course, one of the groups behind looking at technology decided to take a bunch of phones IP68 compliant and go underwater. And they stayed underwater for 30 minutes. And basically, they found out that it's a hit or miss situation. That even IP68 water and dust resistant phones, a lot of them didn't even survive the plunge. And that basically it seems to be much more of a advertising thing than a reality for many devices, including the iPhones and the Samsung Galaxy phones that they were testing. And this was the Tech News Update for Tuesday, November the 20th, 2018. Enjoy our videos. Please subscribe, give us thumbs up. Thank you for watching.